just want to give a small update on something that my sister's ex-husband has done. The other week, actually, it was when I went to London. My sister was there and she missed her Zoom call. And I think she overslept or something. And she called him up at 11 o'clock, and George refused to give her 15 minutes phone call. So she's getting 15 minutes of phone call a week. George is refusing to let her see her child or have any contact. He's refusing to have any contact with me and my mum. And, you know, this has been 2 years, and Sophie's barely seen her child. And okay, at the beginning, it kind of was her fault. I don't know why she decided to go to Brighton. I warned her that you know, George is not going to be very happy and you might not see your child again if you don't. And she was, I don't know, she wasn't in the right headspace. And she hasn't really made huge effort over the years. She's wanted to, but George has always blocked all contact. He's an absolute arsehole. But yeah, I think he's going mad. I think he's literally gone mad. I mean, how many fathers would be with a partner for 13 years, have a child with them, and then as soon as the child is born, start getting possessive and controlling? Okay, he was always like that with Sophie, and you know, that's how he treated Sophie. And then the baby came along, he started treating the baby like this, and Sophie wanted to have her own mind. She left because she couldn't cope with this sort of change of attitude, and you know, how he'd kind of gone off her and was now just focused on the baby. But he's blocked all contact. How many people would be with someone for 13 years, have a child with them, and then take the child and say to the mother, I don't want you having anything more to do with my sister. My sister is not on drugs. Okay, she has been in a mental hospital. Okay, she's not the brightest of persons. She's, I don't know. It's debatable whether or not she's capable of looking after a child. But how many people would say that it is fair? So she missed the Zoom call. George wasn't going to give her the 15 minutes of Zoom call that week. The judge has just basically told us to fuck off and say it's between Sophie and George, and she's not going to help Sophie. I don't know. Whatever the judge was saying, it's completely unreasonable. And you know, just because someone is not capable of looking after or being full-time carer for a child. I mean, I think Sophie kind of might, I don't know. I don't want to say anything, but you know, anyway, she's basically getting 15 minutes of phone call, and it all depends on George. And the fact that George did not give her a 15-minute phone call because she overslept half an hour, that just, I want to punch his fucking lights out. Like, that's seriously how mad I am at that. His behavior is crazy. I don't know what's his point at. You know, I was making a video the other day saying, you know, he said that I'm a danger to his child, and I was kind of thinking, maybe I am. You know, I've got a feeling like what I'm doing, or my higher self, is actually trying to kill half the population. So, you know, am I a danger to my children? Yeah, well, not intentionally, but you know, I am in a way. But at the same time, him preventing me from having any contact with Blake, having nothing, I don't know anything about the child. I don't know, I can't love it. I can't know anything about it because George is not allowing me to. And instead, I just have to listen. My mum's come round today, and all I've been hearing, it was like a long conversation with my granny. And all she was just going on is, I just want to see the child. How can I see the child? What's am I going to do? I know, it's horrible. And I have just built up this huge amount of hatred for George. He has no respect for Sophie. He has no respect for the child to think that it's okay to deny the child of a 15-minute phone call with his mum once a week. I mean, I don't think this is extremely unbalanced. And Sophie is, okay, not the brightest of people, but at the same time, to not even get a 15-minute phone call, or to only get a 15-minute phone call providing the father is okay with it. I mean, what the hell is going on? And the annoying thing is that there's not going to be another court case for months. This shows how the courts just don't give a shit about children. Like, they really don't. And I'm not going to give a shit because I support the courts. If the courts think that Blake shouldn't have anything to do with me, I'm God, and I don't care any longer, because if there's a 50% of the population don't have anything to do with me, I don't give a shit, because I don't give a shit what happens to them, and there's nothing I can do, basically. I can't make George give me, or let's share the child with me. I can't make George think that it's reasonable to let his mother, the mother of the child, see the child. Sophie's not a danger. Like, okay, she's a little bit, I don't know, not very bright, but she's not a danger to a child. And yeah, and it's just the courts agree with it, and I agree with it because I have to, because I have no choice. And you know what? I'm pissed off at him. I'm pissed off at how how everything just here is run so badly. And I'm pissed off that there's people in the world that would deny a child rights to know who their mother is. She's not an alcoholic. She's, she's not a danger. Okay, she gets a little bit mad, but if you're being patronized by someone who thinks that they're better than everyone else, he thinks he's better than me. I mean, I don't know the situation. Maybe he knows about what's going on. Maybe there's a bunch of people who, maybe he's seen my YouTube videos and has woken up and realized that but I just don't see how he would go from, having no interest in me whatsoever to actually, you are God, and now I'm going to stay away from you because everyone else is. And I don't know. That's the thing. I just don't know what's going on with him. But I think he's losing his mind, and it's annoying for me because I've just had to listen to my mum cry all day about how unfair it is, and I'm sick.